Tonight is as you all know, tonight is a workshop.
The agenda says regular meeting.
It's a workshop.
I don't think it should be a workshop.
Well,
All
it
these
is.
people are here to speak,
Okay.
and you need their comments.
First on the, it's a workshop. First on the agenda,
It should be, not be. These people should be.
first on the agenda is to pay bills and claims. You have that before you. $146,691.29. Have a motion.
This is regular meeting.
May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
This should be
May
a
I have a
regular
second?
meeting. This is
Is
not a
the police
workshop.
department here?
Yeah, or you're
Okay,
This is
All
a
right.
regular meeting, not a
Okay.
workshop.
okay, that's the fourth time I heard you. Okay, thank you. Don't go anywhere. So do I have a motion to pay bills?
Yes.
Motion by Jim, is there a second?
Frank, Jason, these are the people who pay you.
Seconded by Pete Carroll, all in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
The people who are here are the people who pay you.
Number
Frank
two, accept the
and Jason.
minutes. Listen,
Yes, I'm listening, and you're
will you
wrong.
please stop
This
interrupting?
should be a village board
Will you-
meeting, where the people should be.
Accept the minutes from the following meeting, which we had on the 3rd of February. You have those minutes before you.
Make a motion to accept the minutes as written.
I'll second the motion.
All in favor?
Yes.
Opposed? Motion carried, thank you. Okay, we have a budget resolution, a budget transfer to general fund, whereas on the 18th of February 2025, the village board workshop meeting, the village board approved the budget transfer from the general fund to workman's comp. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the following budget transfer be approved. $1,599.12 from General Fund 601607927. Put the same amount, $1,599.12, into Workman's Compensation, 9862450,658. May I have a motion?
So moved.
May I have a second? May I have roll call?
Trustee Guerrero,
Yes.
Trustee Ramus,
Yay.
Trustee Carroll,
Yes.
Trustee DeSalvo.
Yes.
Mayor D'Onofrio.
Yes, motion carries, thank you. Next is to approve the Town of Highlands St. Patrick's Day Parade on Saturday, March 1, 2025. 1:30 is lineup down at my town marketplace. Parade kicks off at 2 and goes north on Main Street to the South Gate, where it'll end, the festivities will end, not the parade. The parade won't take till 3:30, but everything that they do outside, the Grand Marshal, et cetera, et cetera. The application is here, it's all in order. Could we approve it?
I'll make that motion.
May I have a second, please?
Second.
Seconded by Jim DeSalvo, all in favor?
Yes.
Yay.
Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, Hannah? So you're looking for us to approve the Hope Rocks. It's a Mid-Hudson chapter
Yes,
on April the 26th
yes,
from noon to 9.
yes.
Okay, so I have your application here. And tell me where you want, tell us about this.
So the center.
You have other folks with you?
I do.
Name them.
Okay. So I have Frankie right here from the high school ADAC.
Who's that young man next to him?
That's little Frankie.
That's little Frankie. All right.
So the Center of Highland Falls would like to host an event for recovery, mental health, and suicide awareness.
Wonderful.
Frankie, do you want to say anything?
Sure. So the event will be primarily for teenagers and the kids of this community. It'll be 100% free to the community. There will be bands and speakers and food. We're going to collect prizes to give out. Every kid under 18 will receive a raffle ticket, and we will have tons of raffles to give away throughout the day. It's basically just a thing for the kids of this community, and then while they're there, plant the seed of drug and alcohol awareness and suicide awareness and mental health it's just for the kids. It's really, it'll be bands and music and speakers, and they will alternate, so music, speaker, music, speaker.
Those are three, I don't want to say wonderful, good areas though to talk about. You know, yeah, you'll have folks there that'll talk about these items?
Yeah,
these issues?
we'll have speakers, most of the speakers will be stories of hope, like where they came from and how, you know, how they've come out of it or how it's gotten great for them. I'll probably be one of them. But yeah.
You and I have talked, right?
Absolutely. At the
Over
mental
at the
health
park.
fair. Yep.
Yeah.
Hannah, tell me about Hope Rocks, like Mid-Hudson chapter. So it's a lot of different communities in the
Yes,
Mid-Hudson?
so Hope Rocks originated in
Like 10 years ago.
Ulster County?
Worcester County.
In Ulster County 10 years ago by a man named Joe DeFino. He was gonna be here, but I think he
He
was
is here, he's
driving
walking around outside somewhere.
around. He started this Hope Rocks, and he does festivals all over the place in Ulster County. I think, where's their biggest one?
Yeah, so they have one every summer in Saugerties. It's actually a 3-day long event. It's
Yeah.
that big. And that's what we base this on.
Huh?
On Hope Rocks. We're calling it Resilience Rocks. And Joe and his group, his board, is actually supporting us in doing it. So we're kind of rookies in this event, but Joe's the vet. And he's supporting us with his organization to help us do this event.
Do you need any of the road blocked?
Probably just around Roe Park, just that
Okay.
area.
All right, so what I would encourage you to do is to come in sometime, not tomorrow, because you have till April, although that'll come quick now, and speak to the chief. Tell him what you need, and he'll make it happen.
I've already preemptively spoke to the chief, talking about, you know, parking, and we might do shuttling from the high school depending on how big, because we don't want to just crowd the town with cars everywhere. So we want to make it inconvenient to the village as possible, and the chief was on board to help out. I didn't mean to speak for you.
No, that's fine, that's all accurate.
All right,
You
good.
want to add anything? That's great. This will be the first year,
Yes,
and you watch what happens.
right,
Hopefully one
Watch.
of many.
yeah.
Huh?
Hopefully one of many. We
Yeah,
want to keep
yeah,
coming
yeah,
here.
it will be. It will be. Thank you very much. Thank you, Hannah.
Motion to approve the event.
I have a motion by Jim DeSalvo to approve.
Second.
Second by Melanie Guerrero. All in favor?
Yes.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
So the only thing, it should say first annual.
Oh, good call.
Got it.
Good call.
Chief,
Yes, sir.
how do you say this fellow's name? Nick?
Giacomis.
Giacomis. Is he Greek?
Aye.
Is he Greek, Frankie?
Sounds like it to me.
Sounds great to me, sir.
To the position of a part-time police officer, which is being recommended by Chief Torpey. Can we approve?
I'll make the motion to approve with the 1-year employment probation.
Are you 1 year probation? Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Okay, now the next is approving the mayor to sign a proposal from ChargePoint. It's a service quote. ChargePoint is the electric chargers up at the north end, across from the church. To date, so I got these numbers out. To date, we've taken in almost $5,300. And there's still 4 months to go in the budget to receive money. So I think that's pretty good. But I need to sign this contract with them.
I'll make a motion to approve the charge point contract.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Yes.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Okay. Next, I would like to have authorization to sign a state municipal facilities capital program. It's a grant application awarded from Senator Scoofus' office for the warming and cooling center emergency backup generators of $75,000. So, when we had our meetings 3 or 4 before this one up at the meeting, I was told, didn't do anything, don't do anything. We don't know our elected officials. We can't get grant money. So here we get $75,000 from Senator Skoufis. And it's for a generator for the senior center, which is our cooling in center, and a generator for the DPW garage. So that's where the 75 will go. And we had a quote. Got to get quotes when you put in for a grant. We have one. We already have a generator at the sewer plant. We have one at the water department. We have one at Village Hall, and we have one at the Highland Falls Police Department. So that's 6 buildings, and that's every single village-owned building now has a backup generator if something was to happen and the electric went out. Those 6 buildings, the generator will kick in, and the lights will be on, and the heat will be on, and the air conditioning will be on. So I think we're doing pretty good with grants. Only a few weeks ago, we got a $2 million grant for the Bog Meadow Dam. And then a few months before that, $4.5 million to go to Main Street for those that applied, and the state would approve their application. So I don't think that's bad in the last year. If I could have authorization to sign this contract and get it back to the state, so we can start the process of putting in 2 generators.
I'll make that motion.
Thank you.
I'll second it.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Yes.
Opposed? Motion carried. Thank you. Okay, this is another good news story. So we're hooked up to this auction company that when we have surplus items, could be a computer, could be a truck, could be a car. And we've done very well with them versus what we used to do is to put an ad in the local paper and somebody would put a bid in for $200, $300, $50. So we just had 3 vehicles that went on the auction block. A 2016 Ford Explorer police vehicle, $3,750, $3,750. A Chevy Silverado pickup truck, $2,325. And a 2012 Ford Super Duty pickup truck, $13,700. I would say that's pretty good. So what we need to do here is pass this resolution that you have before you. It has the numbers I just gave you, the VIN number, the year and date of the truck. And if I could have a motion.
I'll make a motion that we accept the highest bids on these, in the auction.
Second.
3 vehicles.
Did you wanna put the monies back into the respective reserve accounts?
Yeah, do we have to do that before we do this?
All you have to do is put it in the motion.
You could put it in the motion.
So in my motion, being that, it was my opinion that this money that we're getting back from these should go back into the seed money of our reserve accounts for respective places that these vehicles came out of. And that's gonna start us, that'll give us that start along with what we generally give during the budget process. So when we need another vehicle, it's a little less burdensome on the taxpayers. So I would like to put in the motion that this money goes right back into the respective reserve accounts of the police vehicle and DPW vehicle.
Vehicles,
Vehicles.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor? Wait a minute, did I need roll call?
Yes.
I think, roll
Trustee
call.
Guerrero,
Yes.
Trustee Ramus,
Yay.
Trustee Carroll,
Yes.
Trustee DeSalvo,
Yes.
Mayor Janaka.
Yes, thank you very much. All right. Going to name some other grants that we've received in the past. These are all reported different times that we have received them. And I want to tell you something, getting a grant is not easy, because everyone is looking for grant money now. Times are hard, and you have to qualify. You have to fit the criteria. Sometimes, a lot of times, the makeup of the community plays a role in whether you get it or not. Income. There's so much that goes into this. So many hours of work, back and forth. But just to name a few, we had gotten $72,000 from Bill Larkin, $100,000 from Scoofus for Main Street, $120,000 from Chip, Pave New York, $49,800. Central Hudson, got it from Central Hudson. I'll never forget that, those negotiations, $125,000. Larkin again for sidewalks, $200,000. Larkin again for South Main Street, $117,000. I'm just going to skip over some of these. All right, I'm going to move on. There's so many more grants. There's millions and millions and millions. Over 30 million to be exact. I've asked you to try to find another community in Orange County that has received that much money. This Saturday, the 22nd of February, 9 o'clock in the morning till 11, if you want to take a tour of the water plant, you know, for educational reasons, how our water is produced, upgrades, future upgrades. Again, 9 o'clock this Saturday. Waiting to hear back from the Nutrition Center on it being moved to the Senior Center, which I'm pretty sure it will have more folks attend, more seniors attend to get a nice hot lunch. Some questions on last meeting about the water filters, 400,000 apiece. I'm not sure about that amount, but it's probably about that. That's part of FEMA, and we're hoping that FEMA has already approved replacing those water filters. So much stuff had washed into those filters from the July 9th storm, and they agree with our assessment, and it's on the to-do list. Testing of water was asked. I know we do homes. We do 6 samples a week, and we do move around. It isn't. They just go to the same houses. They'll move around in that short area of the neighborhood. So there is testing done throughout the village constantly. I met with the folks that run the Connect program, which is for our kids in the intermediate school. And it's the more I listen about it, the more I'm understanding it, and it's just like what a program. These folks need to be commended. They serve 100 to 150 kids a day. Like, that's a lot. They feed them. Just a couple of stats. The current 5th grade class increased 34 points in math and 20 points in English. Holland Falls Intermediate School is now recognized by the U.S. News and World Report as a top 15% New York State school that have now ranked 407 out of 2872. That's not bad. That's good, actually. So the program works. Sales tax, we're waiting on our last check to come in. It comes in, we get one every 4 months. I'm almost sure by what we've taken in so far, the last check will put us over the amount that we budgeted for. But right now, we have received $1,192,099. Verizon for the 2 antennas, one here, one up at the Senior Center parking lot. With 3 months left to go for payments, we've taken in $17,425. This here is a water report done by the Department of Health, Orange County. They come over here and go from one door, back door to the front door and examine everything and the system, our procedures, everything. I have never received almost just a 2-page document from them. It's usually been a lot more. But as they say, we are pleased to note that since our last inspection, all turbidity meters and chlorine analysis have been replaced. Centimeter basin was cleaned. Your operator reports that several major distribution system leaks were fixed, and more regular flushing appears to be effective in reducing brown water. Both the 500,000 gallon and the 1 million gallon storage tank were inspected. All evaluations of the filters were conducted. So this is, if I was a teacher, I'd put that either at an A or an A+. The last thing I have is Roe Park. There's been stuff said about Roe Park and particularly the grant for $140,000. So let's go over it. Okay. Back a few years ago, I believe this part, that Aaron Falk and maybe some other folks, I don't know about other folks, approached James Skoufis for a grant for Roe Park. And they got it. Well, he was told yes. But the grant had to go to the village because Roe Park is a village piece of property. And the village itself, the clerk, had to administer the grant. You just don't get a check in the mail. And you sign and it's over with. So, what Aaron went and did, as he was supposed to, he went and received quotes. I don't know where he got the quotes from. I don't know who he asked. I never asked him that part. But when the village actually got the paperwork that we were receiving the grant, we had to go and get hard numbers, very hard numbers. So let's start with number 1. New plaster surface. This is the pool. New plaster surface and pool furniture. $22,050 for the surface and just shy of $10,000 for the pool furniture. Totals $31,900. Well, when we went and got hard numbers, the hard number was $45,112. So that's about a $14,000 difference. More. Basketball court, upgrades. What Aaron had gotten, I guess he went to someone that does that business, $33,495. The hard number was $64,610. A little bit more than the other quote. New hoops, $12,104. Nets for volleyball and pickleball, $500. I'm sorry. When I told you about the new court surface for the basketball court, along with new hoops, Aaron's number came to $46,099. $46,099. The actual cost was $64,610. Little League field upgrades, drainage, water supply to snack shop, $5,000. That wasn't done because the money got eaten up, if you will, with his number and our number. Repair the matting. There was some matting problems, like where the kids scuff their shoes, where they do the swing set. When they go down the slide at the bottom, there was a lot of that had to be replaced. Repair matting and equipment, Aaron had $6,000. It was $24,845. So our numbers came up to 140,000, which was the grant. And so we went with the items that we could do. We left, there was a thing in here to get rid of the geese, that was 7,500. You get rid of the geese, new ones come back, but we gotta figure out something to do there. You know, the big differences were the pool and the basketball court, where the numbers didn't jive exactly right. So if anyone wants to look at this paperwork, anyone, all you have to do is come into Village Hall, and I'll take this folder out, and you can see who got the awards, who received the awards, what we did. There's pictures here. There's a pool company here that was the low bidder. It's all here. So I'm hoping now that people realize the money didn't go missing. I don't know where it would go missing, but it didn't go
The
missing.
company he found was the
So,
lowest bidder, why wouldn't you use the lowest bidder?
By law, we have to.
No, but he found the lower bidder for all the things you said.
So that's all,
Yeah,
Melanie?
so, I'm sorry.
No, that's
You had
all.
a question.
No, it's not this is a workshop.
No, well, okay, I'd like to make a motion that we hear the public, and listen to their public comments. Can I get a second on that motion?
The taxpayers.
These are the people who are,
Listen, this
We
meeting,
serve
I want
the
everyone to
people.
know something.
we work for the people.
The workshop that we have, I didn't start these till, I don't know, a few months ago. I got it from the previous mayor.
Well,
He did
good.
them.
Okay, this is a good,
Okay, so-
yeah. All right,
Okay,
so
Melanie,
this
it's
is
your
not
turn.
a workshop, this is a village board meeting.
It's your-
We're not
Jim,
workshopping
you
on
have
anything.
Jim, you
No,
have
no,
anything?
okay, all right, sorry, I made a motion.
Huh?
I think you guys should be heard, but nobody on the board is seconding my motion, so they don't want to listen to you. Even though
That's
we
not
were
true.
elected by you, we're supposed to work for you, we're supposed to listen for you. The police serve you, they protect you, you pay them. But these people over here, the police commissioner, the mayor, they have all the power, and they tell all the employees that you pay for to listen to them instead of listening to you. So, okay, it's my turn to speak. I agree, Pat. Mike, if it's the lowest bidder, it should have been the one that we should have gotten. So, okay, he won't answer it. So a couple of things regarding the grant money. Okay, let's talk about Mr. D'Onofrio's so-called accomplishments.
I didn't say that.
Well, he's,
I didn't say that.
You seem to
Let me
be
tell you
taking a
something.
lot of
I
credit
never
for
said
securing
that. The
grants.
village of Holland Falls received the grants. And I'll tell you,
Yes, very good.
I'll tell you who did
You're
most
right.
of the work.
You
I'll tell
are
you who did
correct.
most of the work,
Yes.
Regina Taylor and that lady Heidi Johnson in the back. They do most of the work to get a
Okay,
grant.
so let's
Thank
be
you.
clear. Okay, good, thank you. Thank you for saying
You're
that.
welcome.
You did not lobby for any of these
Oh, I didn't-
grants. You
I didn't say
fight
that.
for it. Yes,
Of course
you're
I
right.
did.
Good. You didn't negotiate for it.
You're funny.
You didn't personally bring it to this village. You, the taxpayers, pay a professional grant writer, they're called Millennium Strategy, $36,000 a year. Okay? And what they do is they just push all grant applications out into the system. Whatever is available, they write, it's almost a template, the grant applications, and they push it out. These grants
not
are not
true.
handpicked by Mr. DeSalvo or Mr. D'Onofrio.
That's not true.
They're part of a routine process that happens with or without them. So
That is
he
totally
didn't
not
meet
true.
any of the state officials to get these grants. In fact, Sally Dorsch met with Senator Skoufis over and over to get generators for the senior center. Mr. D'Onofrio did not build relationships. He didn't advocate for anything, okay? And here's the worst part.
I've heard enough.
When we do get the promise, yeah, get out of here.
You know what?
Please leave.
I just want to
Here's
say
the worst part, when
you're not
we
allowed
do
to.
get the
You're not
promise of
allowed to.
money, yeah, no,
You're not allowed to.
please You're not involved here. Please.
May I have a motion to adjourn? May I have a motion to
No,
adjourn?
where's there?
I got a motion, do I have a second? I got a second, all in favor?
No,
Opposed,
please,
motion.
please.